Alright, so this is the grown out seedlings from the, I don't remember what species this was, or variety this was. Leopardus. Okay, so in the winter we had a bunch of leopardus that had viable pods on it, so we collected them and tried to do a couple different germination experiments with them. And that worked out okay, but the seeds actually did better like this than in the germination experiment. So we just had like all the leftover cups kind of sitting here in the nursery, even with the caps on, and just rainwater getting in, and then we got plants with a couple floating leaves, and then took those and potted them up, and then once a week we gave them like a quarter of a fertilizer tablet crushed up and used tweezers to put into the thing. So out of probably, it was a couple hundred seeds at least, and all the ones that we tried to germinate, we have about 15 plants here that we're going to actually look at real quick. So I would say the dominant trait for, even though leopardus has purplish flowers and mottled pads, the dominant trait that we got here was plain green pads. So these are kind of the mottled, and then these are the green. Some of the green do have a little bit of light flecking on the new pads, but it tends to fade pretty quickly as the pads age. Not all of these have bloomed yet, but what it seems like is that most of them are purple. And very Capensis-like looking like flowers. One of them out of the 9 is a pink. There is pink Capensis in the pond where leopardus was, so it could have been pollinated by that, or it could already have that pink Capensis gene to it. So we said 9 had the green pads, 6 of them have the mottled pads. Out of the 6 that have mottled pads, 4 of them have very similar mottling. Almost the same exact mottling. Make that 5. 5 of them have pretty much the same exact mottling. One of them has more of a washed mottle to it, and so the pads can actually look a little more red. So that's more of the wash mottle versus the strong mottle there. This individual plant really reminds me of an ultraviolet almost, the way the flower presents itself. So I may grow this out a little bit longer. These, I haven't seen all these open, but this one had opened. This has almost like a foxfire looking color to it. Foxfire avalanche, like that light pinkish purple color. And this one did too. So I would say not mottled pads is dominant, and purple flowers is dominant in this expression.